first part of the season, kind of up and down from what I've seen. Kind of looking at the grades of what I've given them off the coaches. I would put them squarely at a B. That's what I gave them, a B. At times, man, they call some really good plays, but my criticism is the run play, the lack of thereof, run calling. Times we need to take advantage of the team. They haven't done it. They kind of lack sometimes the adjustments at half times as we should. When we look really good, we look really good. Marcus, there was a time when I was sitting there, I'm giving them B+, but they was doing a really good job. But then I see there's a couple of times C+, C-, B-. So I'm going to give them a B just because they had a lot more B+ than they had anything else. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, I think our opener to this episode pretty much talks about why they're at a B. It's the lack of the run and the lack of, breaking tendencies. Like, from the get-go, week 1, we saw the Chargers. We thought they were going to run the ball. They broke their tendency in that game. Right off the bat, we saw other coaches breaking tendencies against us where we're kind of sticking to, our script, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they could have definitely got a B, a B-. That's where they're living right now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give them a B-. That's where I'm at.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Okay.
All right, moving on to our quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, who was the MVP, odds-on favorite to be the MVP. Now Drake May has overtaken him as the odds-on favorite to be the MVP.
Yeah, Drake May's having a heck of a year. He's a good quarterback. He's a young guy that I really like. Very impressed with him. But coming out, I think he always had that poise about him. He could always throw the football. He looks good. But Pat, talking about our guy, okay? Pat is one of the few guys that's had an A in our system. Pat has done an amazing job most of the time. There was been a couple of ones that he was just out of character. I see right here, C-, I think a B- on a couple of them. Had a B+ against the Raiders. I think Pat's been making pretty good decisions. He's managed the things he needs to manage. He's thrown some good balls. He's been running. He was a leader rusher for a long time. So Pat understands what it's taking to win the game. I think sometimes, man, when they try to put him in a position, I think they kind of take it out of his hands sometimes. And like I said, Pat's going to do what they want him to do. But we know Pat always wears a S on his chest. So with that being said, I got the coaches a B-. I'm going to give Pat. I'm going to give him a B.
With the coaching staff, the offensive play calling, you said you want to see more of a balance in the second half of the season. For Pat's playing, for what you want to see from Pat, what do you want to see more of him in the second half of the season that we didn't really get to see a lot of? Him? Is it more just consistency?
No, well, I'll tell you what I don't want to see from Pat. I don't want to see Pat take those hits that he's been taking.
Yeah.
Pat took way too many hits, man, this first half of the season, man, that I just don't want to see him take. I mean, that's a recipe for disaster. And 15, he's got to be upright. He has to be upright. And so sometimes he just held the ball in his hands undoubtedly too long in a couple of those games. And he sometimes needs to just dump it off, get rid of it. I think that's what I want to see from Pat more so anything else. I think his decision-making has been pretty good, except the times he's kept the ball in his hands, and I think he needs to get rid of it. It's not like he threw a ton of interceptions. The interceptions that came off was off somebody else's hands. This guy's just not catching the football. So it wasn't like he was just airing throws, right? So, but, I mean, that's pretty much what I want to see. I mean, he's a leader. I mean, he's been leading the guys really well. He's doing exactly what a leader does. I think we just need to help him out a little bit more and in those guys, okay? And I think what helps him out, man, is those guys behind him running the football.
Yeah, I think for me, I mean, you're not taking hits is a big one, but I think for me, I would say like kind of what you mentioned when we were talking earlier, that because the offense is back, because you have the verticality back, it seems like against Buffalo specifically, it kind of stands out to me. He's holding the ball forever. It seems like he's trying to find. I saw plenty of the all 22 views where you see Kareem Hunt's like wide open on the side. Like you hit him, he's gone for 15 yards or 20 yards or more. And it seemed like a lot of like trying to get that big play because, he has it back again. And now that he has it back, he wants to kind of do it every game. And there was a lot of like holding the ball towards the last few games. Mainly the Buffalo game kind of sticks out to me. So, yeah, and I'm with you, dude, take what he was giving you. And not every play needs to be the deep shot. So I would say a lot of the holding, same kind of feedback that you had.
Yeah. Yeah. Take what the defense is going to give him. And look, 15, he's one guy I know that is looking to be successful. Like I trust 15. I do. There's no question his ability, his decision making, his athleticism, none of those things. But it's like the ones like, hey, Pat, man, you don't have to wear a cape on this one. Don't do it. You don't have to wear the cape on this one, brother. I got one that, oh my gosh, defensive end just power drive him into the ground against the Bills on the side. I was like, oh,
sideline,
yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. I hated to see that, man. It hurt me. It hurt me watching him take that hit. So,
yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that's a huge thing because without 15, we're in a rough spot. So his health is of the utmost importance.
yeah.
All right, now we're gonna go to the offensive line, JD. And obviously, last week we had great news that Josh Simmons is back in the building today, and Reid said that everyone will be practicing, including Josh Simmons. So there you go.
We'll get him back acclimated. He'll be fine. I think we're gonna be fine with that part of it. I think the guys up front has done a good job pass protecting for Pat. Obviously, last week it was a little bit different. He was taking more hits than he needed to take, some pressures that I don't think he needed to give up. But our pass protection has been pretty solid. So our run plays, man, that really is that bothers me a little bit, especially when we get down there into the by the goal line. I don't see guys bench pressing guys to get them in the end zone. Matter of fact, I see it's the other way around. We watched that. Who was that? The Walker, tossed Creed and got Hunt in the backfield.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on now. Daggone. Like with those battles, that's a test of your mettle on the offensive line. So as far as the pass protection has gotten better, run game has gotten a little bit better, but there's still some guys, and I said I think the only one that's playing above average is Creed. Trey is slightly above average. Okay, he has some really good hits in some spots. He's doing really well. But there was times early on in the season he was kind of. I was like, man, it's not like Trey. It's not. I think Jawan Taylor. I could tell he was still a little hurt, hamstrung by some of the injuries he had. Some of the blocking doesn't look that well. I think what's name had him graded like 41% PFF and run blocking. I don't go like going to, but they don't have to tell me that. I know what my eyes see, Marcus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. If anyone knows,
Yeah. King Suma, same thing. He's gotten better from the very beginning. Josh Simmons, since he's been out, Jalen Moore's come in, and Jalen Moore's had an average job at left tackle. But I gave my offensive lineman, being fair with him because he did a good job in pass blocking other than last week. I gave him a C+. C plus is where they're at. C average, so that's where we are.
Yeah. The only thing I would say for me, the offensive line, which I want to see is more of it's a big deal. I mean, it's Creed Humphrey, get your snaps up. Last year, his snaps were great. 2 years ago, we're getting back to 2 years ago level where his snaps are always low and Pat's got to go down and get them. Like, get those things back up. He was great last year at it. So just get those things back up. Hopefully, bye week, hopefully you can get that right. The question I did want to ask you in regards to offensive line, Josh Simmons is back. Andy said today when they asked him if he's going to resume his starting role, Andy said, quote, I think we'll just see where we're at. We know we've got a good player in there now. We know what Josh is capable of. We'll just see where we are when they get back. Do you think Josh Simmons will be the starting left tackle when next Sunday comes, or you think that Jalen Moore's got a legitimate shot to still be the left tackle next Sunday?
Sure, you better be a starting left tackle. Hey, where he was at with his family, I ought to tell him, hey, man, take your time, but make sure you kick stepping back somewhere, wherever you are, in the backyard or wherever it is that you may be. Kick step. Do a little bit of that. Just keeping yourself fresh, right? Go to the gym. So I know it wasn't like he was just sitting on the couch or nothing, man. I'm sure he was still working out and doing all those things too. I think he'll be fine. As Sasha did say, did Josh keep up with his workouts? I'm sure he did. It's part about being a professional. So if he knew he was coming back, he was definitely working out. I promise you that.
Yeah, Andy said he was working out. Andrea.
Yeah. I wouldn't expect anything less than that.
I don't know. They eat the Funyuns and the Cheetos.
Hey, I don't know, man. Josh Simmons don't look like he likes Funyuns. You know what I mean?
He's eating good.
Yeah, he's eating good. But he looks like a guy that would be disciplined enough to take care of his workouts and stuff seriously.
Yep.
His body could tell you that. So.
Yeah, and plus he came back a week early, right? He was there last Monday, so like 1 week of getting back into shape, and if he said he was working out, so 1 week of getting back into shape and whatnot. But yeah, there is a lot of people who think that Jalen Moore will be the starter on Sunday. I'm with you. Josh Simmons should be the left tackle on Sunday. I'd be very surprised if he's not.
Yeah, I would be too. What's the status on Juwan Taylor?
What Andy said that he expects everyone to practice tomorrow, including Josh Simmons. So hey, they had a week to get right. Juwan Taylor had the right ankle issue.
Yeah.
Trey Smith was dealing with the back spasms. He played, but he was still dealing with some back stuff. And then Kingsley had that little injury towards the end of that game, but he ended up going back in the game. But based on what Andy said, they all should be there. So.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. Yeah.
Talk about tests. We talk about the passing offense, the run game. The test is really going to be with the offensive line. This is creme de la creme versus creme de la creme. You have the best pass rush versus arguably the best pass blocking five. So this is going to be a good game in the trenches this weekend. Who's going to fold?
That's right. Great battle for him. This is without a doubt. You got to know how bad you've been the first half. You have to. You got to take truthful stock in it. Like you got to have ownership of this, Marcus. You know what I'm saying? And saying like, look, moving forward, we got to do a much better job. And so when I heard Travis Kelce say that, he was like, yo, we need everybody to come ready. It's almost like he was alluding to, he felt like some guys wasn't where he thought they should have been or taking it serious like he thinks they should. And I know he didn't want to say no names, but I know when somebody says that, he's got a couple names in mind. He's got a couple people he's talking about. I was like, oh, okay. Somebody's got lollygagging. Somebody ain't taking this as serious as he wants it to be. See, for Trav, this could be his last one. This could be his last one. He's sitting over saying, look, I'm not out here messing around my time. My time is too precious to come out here and we're 5-4. We worried about everything else but our job, taking care of business. That's how I felt. I heard that. I know, man, I know that talk. I know that speech. You don't want to call nobody out, but you daggone sure got a couple names in your head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, he's got some guys he's talking to his boys about on the squad.
Hey, man. Yeah.
No more loafing around, you know. And you get a bye week now. It's time to straighten up.
Wide receivers, man, they've been good all year. Even without Xavier Worthy and without Rasheed Rice, those guys had held it down for them, man. They did a good job. And what we did, we found out, oh, we only got Hollywood Brown and Tyquan Thornton needs to be number 3. Huh? What we doing? What's that? Okay. I tell you this, okay? Juju Smith-Schuster has been an absolute joy this season watching him ball out and display. I've had fun, absolute joy watching him have the success that he's had. Really. So with that being said, man, Rasheed Rice comes back. We start feeding him the ball. Xavier Worthy is supposed to be a decoy. He catches the football, man, and slices him up. We just got a good receiver core, man. We can do pretty much whatever. And I get that's what we want to try to lean into, Marcus. That's what we want. That's our go-to. And I'm not saying we had to go away from that fully. I'm just saying maybe some of those plays need to be divvied up to our running backs. But apparently, I guess some want to get rid of our running backs, for whatever it is. But, hey, everybody got to be on the same page, I guess, right? So with that being said, I get the wide receivers, man. Hell of a job. I'm giving them a B+.
Is there anything specific that you want them to fix or do better in the second half of the season? Obviously, we know the Bills said that Worthy was giving away stuff with his movement and body language.
Two things. I think every route needs to look like a non-route. It needs to look like a go route. Body language should be the same consistently. Okay, that's definitely one. Second thing I want to see. Some wide receivers finishing plays, blocking, like Juju does. Some wide receivers block better than others, but I want to see other guys get involved doing more of that going forward. So that's pretty much it. That's all.
Yeah, it seems like everyone's in alignment. I've seen B+ from everybody.
Yeah, they've been pretty solid this year.
Yeah, like you said, one of the best wide receiver rooms we've had in a long time, if not in the Patrick Mahomes era.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now final position group of the offense, tight ends, JD.
Ooh-wee.
Kelsey telling the whole world he's not washed.
That's it, man. That's it. When you look at it, everybody always wanted it's time for Travis Kelce to retire, do all these different things, and oh my gosh, he's lost a step, whatever. And all he's been doing is just hitting them over the head, man. Travis Kelce is still top 5 tight end in the league. I think they got him at number 3 right now, between Tyler Warren and Trey McBride. I think it's where they got him at. And he's just been showing up week after week. He is Patrick Mahomes' security blanket. Times he's in trouble. You should always look for Travis Kelce. I would say the Bills game probably should have fed him more than what we did also with him too. So with that being said, man, he's had a phenomenal season. He has. He's serious about this thing. That's why he's so frustrated about what's going on right now, being 5-4. I see his frustration. We watched that block he just did. This is a guy right here who's not playing. He's trying to do everything to win. He's trying to get everybody else on the same page with him. So I love to see, like Will saying, could use more Noah Gray, some Robert Tonyan throwing the ball to them, man. Let them shoot. Like the Bills is catching balls to their tight ends. Hey, all 3 tight ends is catching footballs. We can use some of that. 12 or 13 personnel. Run it, play action, throw it. But with that being said, I'm gonna give my tight ends a B plus.
Yeah, I mean, like Kelsey coming out playing awesome this year. A lot of people thought he was done. I mean, he was still a top 5 tight end last year. People thought he was done. It never made any sense for people to say that, especially people in the Chiefs community too. That surprised me because you watch this stuff. But yeah, I think for me, second half of the season, I want to see a little bit more Noah Gray being involved, maybe a little bit more Tanyan involved. Just seeing those two guys. I mean, yeah, like Will said, tight ends are great. It's not utilized enough. But again, like what we said about the whole Jerick McKinnon thing, there's a lot more guys in this room, and there's only one ball, so it is tough to see all these guys getting involved, right? As much as we want to see it, it's just a lot of mouths to feed in this really highly talented offense with skill players. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.